Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today I have a double page layout using the beautiful Painterly Pears Suite Collection, and we're going to focus on the story when the story is even more important than your photos. Now here you can see the junk gypsy tray is pretty full. I did my reveal in a video that I'll link in the description of this online exclusive, the Painterly Pears, but I also just completed at the beginning of the week another layout in this series. And I showed how I did some stamping and then used a sponge dauber and did some blending to create the die cut pears, and how we cut out of the pattern paper with the dies that come right with the Painterly Pears Suite, some of the flowers, the little textured pieces, some longer leaves, and some pears that are right in the pattern paper. I also did a little bit of stamping using the stamp set that comes right with the collection, and I plan to use those plus a couple other things right on this page. So here is the layout that I actually created at the beginning of the week, and we cut an 8-inch square out of a gorgeous wreath style pattern paper, and I wanted to follow up with this video to show you how I used that 8x8 square of that remaining piece of that beautiful pattern paper so that I was able to stretch those two background patterns into two double page layouts. So we're going to be using the Secret Sea graph paper pattern, which I love, and I have 4 that are 3x12 that we're going to use on the tops and the bottoms. Then the floral sprig pieces are 2x5, and we have 4 of those, and we're just going to add some little pieces here and piece together some faux strips. So we have the Darling Duckling graph paper that is 1/2 by 2. We have the little green pattern, which is 1/2 by 2, and then I went ahead and created a longer strip of Calypso coral cardstock that is a 1/4 inch by 12. Now those could just be 2 inches as well. I just found that it was easier to cut a whole strip and just run that across. And so we're actually creating a little bit of faux strips here to make it look like those strips are running all the way across, but the central focal element is going to be covering those up. So now I have Calypso coral cardstock, which I decided to use on the true side. You can use the light side or the true side, and it is 8.5 by 8.5. And then we have petal pink that is 8.25 by 8.25, and we're going to top that off with the 8x8 square that we cut out of that previous pattern paper. So we're going to get a double layout out of this that is so beautiful. I love how those pears just curve around, and the Calypso coral flowers in the pears make it even more beautiful, and it's such a nice stark contrast against that graph paper background in the Secret Sea. It's sort of like a little hidden treasure. Now I took a 3x3 Calypso coral cardstock square and cut it on a diagonal, and I'm going to add that to the opposite corners of the corner flourishes on each of those squares, and that's going to balance out that Calypso coral a little bit, and it's just going to make a unique square there in the middle. Now I'm actually popping both of these up with foam tape. However, on the left side, I do end up adding some hidden journaling. You're going to have to wait till the very end to see the photos that I've chosen for this collection. I decide to tell an important story about my long-standing friendships. So I think a lot about memory keeping, and there are times on my pages where I just have some cute little photos and I don't have a lot to say. Then there are other times where I don't even have the best photos, but I have a lot to say, and the story is so important, and it becomes more and more important the older that I get. Now I actually added a 5x5 photo on the left and 4 2x2 photos on the right with photo mats on each of those. So the 5x5 photo is 5.5 by 5.5 willow white, and the 2x2 photos are 2.5 by 2.5 willow white. Now I'm pulling in a stamp and die set called More Messages. It's a cling stamp set, but it's so cool because you can stamp the entire block of sentiments and put one large die over the top of all the sentiments, and then cut every single sentiment out at once. You can stamp on colored cardstock, you can stamp on white cardstock, however you want, to be able to have sentiments that you can just grab. And what I love about this is these are primarily what I would consider card sentiments, but I'm going to use those on my scrapbooking layout. Now here's this little piece that I've cut 2x2 using one of the stamps in the Perfectly Pears stamp and die set that comes in the Painterly Pears Suite Collection, and I'm pulling in some stylish shapes. Now I did go over this in my previous video that I was using the stylish shapes as landing spots for all of the fun pear icons. So we have more than enough bits and pieces to be able to use on a 12-page workshop. But I wanted to pull in some colors to coordinate some circles, maybe even some squares, and some different bits and pieces that those pears and those flowers and those leaves could land on as a foundation or a base for a cluster. And so I've created some of those. I've also created some banners that come from that same stylish shape set. So I talk a lot about investment sets. I use Nested Essentials a lot. I use Everyday Details a lot. And one of my go-to favorites is Spotlight on Nature, and then of course these stylish shapes. They just have good generic shapes in them. Most of them are stitched or crimped, or they have a nice decorative edge, and you can use those as landing spots on all of your pages. You can also use those for sentiment spots and for extra decorative elements. So I've chosen Forever Friends. At this point in the video, I don't even know what photos I'm going to be using with this collection, and in fact, I've been getting lots of people that say, oh my gosh, I love the pears so much, but what would I use pears for? And quite honestly, I was a little bit the same. So I loved the patterns, and I knew right away that I wanted to do something with them. And I got started on this workshop. Actually, it wasn't even supposed to be a workshop. I just was going to make a page to show the, to show the collection since it was dropping on July 1st. And once I started one page, I couldn't stop, and it turned into 12. And so since that time, I have decided what I'm going to use my pages for. So you'll get to see my page completely finished, and I have a larger story to tell. So here I've added the two little banners from Stylish Shapes up under Forever Friends, which is from More Messages. I've snipped apart one little leaf that is part of the Perfect Pears stamp and die set. I'm adding some pears that were cut right out of the pattern paper and flowers that were cut right out of the pattern paper with the dies in that set that comes in Painterly Pears. I've added a larger, let's see, Pretty in Pink, a circle from the Stylish Shapes that's 3 inches, and a 2.5-inch white Stylish Shape circle as the landing spot. I've created a Mossy Meadow and an Old Olive leaf sprig from that same set, and I'm just fussying with the cluster. I really want both pears to show. I want some sprigs to kind of come upward to give it a little height, and I often look in a cluster. You can have a cluster with just 2 elements. You can have a cluster with many elements, but I like to have at least one element popped up on the top. And I love to have a couple elements that give the cluster a little bit of height so that your cluster isn't just one little chunked area, but it has some flourishes that can come up. They can come up and around. I often like to make those flourishes so that they hug a photo. In this particular case, they don't, but I love to do that as well. Sometimes you can even create your clusters on landing spots like those dies, and you can create your clusters separately from your creation or from your layout. And then you have those assembled and put together to just move around the page wherever you see fit. Now, over on the right page, I'm just going to continue on so that we have a little bit of a visual triangle. So in the upper left, we have a little cluster with Forever Friends. In the lower right, we have the pear cluster with the stylish shapes. Now we're going to pop up to the other side again and add a floral bit that is cut right out of the pattern paper, a leaf bit right out of the pattern paper, a die cut leaf sprig, and then that little texture piece that I created out of pecan pie. And then on the right, I'm adding the other little bits that I cut off of the little banner pieces over by Forever Friends. I cut those in half. Those are from the stylish shapes. And I'm using the leftovers and just putting one little leaf up there. And then adding a little floral piece to the little "A Friend is a Gift" that comes right in the Perfect Pears stamp and die set. So I'm going to do a little inking over the top of Forever Friends and just add a little color there. And I'm going to bring in the dots that come right in the collection. They are called the low profile sparkle dots, and I love that you have some that are yellow, some that are secret sea, you have some that are the green tones, so they're going to go with so many pages, and you're going to be able to do so much with those. So I'm using the yellow ones here, and I'm adding just the yellow to this particular layout. It seems like I gravitated toward the yellow a lot, or the Darling Duckling, which is the actual color, just because it pops so much against the secret sea. Now, I do plan to add 2x2 flip flaps to each of these photos. I do not believe that Stampin' Up! Has 2x2 just yet. They have 3x3, 3x4, 4x4, and 4x6, but I don't think that they have the 2x2 flip flaps just yet. If they do, I'll link those in the description of the video. Now here you can see what I decided to do. Here are my 5 or my 4 Forever Friends. And we went on a girl weekend, and I've already scrapped several different events and different things that we've done on the weekend. So I've put the prettier photos on the top, quote unquote, but on the underside are all of the silly fun photos. So I love that we can cry. I love that we can laugh. I've loved that we've had 50-year friendships, and it's like therapy when we get together. One weekend with these friends fills me up for months and months. It's all I need. So I had a big story to tell, and I wanted to talk about doing face yoga and exchanging secrets of hair removers and seeing who could still do a cartwheel in the living room, and sitting around visiting and laughing and crying and talking about our grown children and our grandchildren and celebrating each other. So I created a 4x4 journaling spot on a Word document. So I just open up a Word document, I add a square shape, and I add a text box inside of that, and then I size it to the size that I need. I sized that to 4x4, and then I type my journaling in the middle, and then I print that on cardstock. And I just added some extra banners up there from the stylish shapes so that I could just pull that journaling out. I can make a slit in my page protector by putting something hard in the page protector and slicing a small slit in there that will allow that to pop right up through the page protector. So this was a story that I did want to tell, and hidden journaling is a great way if you have a lot to say, but you don't want to take away from the decorative element, or maybe it's journaling you want to be special and you just want it to be hidden underneath. So one of the smaller photos is a Bible verse and a gift that one of my girlfriends brought each of us, and it says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad." And that's exactly what we do when we're together. My time with them, even when it's short, fills me up for months and months to come, and I wanted to tell that story. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. You'll hit like, subscribe, and come back soon for more.